Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Bossy Women's Guide podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie Telsey. Listen, today I have a guide for you, the guide to branding your greatness. And I have two bossy women. Oh my gosh, they're so bossy. You know, y'all wanted more bossy, and I brought more bossy to this table today. And we're talking about it. And you know what? I've been so excited all week. It's because I admit I know nothing about this topic no more. And these ladies are not just going to be schooling you guys. They're going to be schooling me on how to brand your greatness. So I have to the left of me, Julie O. Griffith. Yes, she's a social media strategist and a brand cultivator of J. Griffith Public Relations. Yay!
Why do black people, we always clap when we're introduced?
I don't know. It's
like after a group picture, we say yay and then we clap.
We clap. It's this, I don't know. It's like our excitement. We get so excited about it.
We're just so happy to accomplish
yes.
it.
It's so great. And then I have Day Edwards. Yes.
Hello,
creative force. Oh my gosh, in the PR industry. And she's with Day Edwards. First of all, I just learned that your whole website changed.
My whole website did change.
Yes.
Shout out to my branding. Yes.
So that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're just moving forward with that.
Yeah, I am. I'm moving forward with Day, the PR coach.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it.
I saw that too.
Yes. And so I'm not afraid to admit that I don't know anything. And I think a lot of people, being that, 40% of people on social media are buying products.
Yeah.
84% of the world are on social media.
Right.
You have businesses, organizations, everybody has a presence. And strategy is everything.
Strategy is huge.
And if you don't have a good strategy, I don't care how great you are, nobody's going to see it.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So how do we get people to see our greatness? I'm going to start with you, Julie. How do you get them to understand that no matter how great they are, unless they have someone who knows how to, take their greatness and put into the strategy, no one's going to know it.
Well, absolutely. I definitely think the whole I've built it, they should come mentality does not work with social media, right?
Heck no, it doesn't.
We can agree on that. The whole, what I call the typical client that we get a lot, probably the field of dreams client. I built it so they should come. Yeah, you built it. That doesn't mean anyone's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, I have zero interest in this product or this brand. It doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't do anything for my circle. Like, what is making me want to buy your product, your service, support your nonprofit? What are you doing?
Yeah.
So just having a presence on social media saying, we have an Instagram page, that doesn't, channel or translate into sales.
It doesn't.
Just say we have a Twitter page doesn't translate into, oh, did you get the tweet? I'm coming to the event, or I'm supporting your nonprofit. So I think the whole field of dreams that used to work well with an actual physical, tangible product on social media now, it does not work like that. You need someone that can stand in the gap, such as a PR or a brand or a social media strategist like us that understands multi-platform use, different messages for different things. Facebook is more of a conversation. Instagram is more of, the light bite. Twitter is just a little bit of a chunk and a teaser to push you into something else. LinkedIn, even what we talked about, people don't think they need a LinkedIn, but that's where your business strategy comes in. LinkedIn is now moving
I
towards,
need a LinkedIn.
Exactly. Long videos. They're letting you at people on there. I'm seeing videos on there, specialists and so on and so forth. There's a whole different situation, and people are looking, for brands on LinkedIn also, whether it's a job or whether it's to put their name on your nonprofit or whether it's to find the next great discovery in a product. So,
how you keep up with all of this? Like, how you keep evolving in this industry? Because you've been in it for over 15 years. And you haven't.
I am your auntie girl.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
That is
Julie O. Griffith, if she's that one person, like if you want to know what's trending, what's going on, you got to ask her. You got to shoot over and say, you know what, where are we now? Because stuff is always changing. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
Like first I went to looking at 9 squares and trying to figure out how that worked. I went to trying to figure like how can I influence on Instagram to realizing that I don't know how to influence, and people are afraid to admit, I don't care how great you are. You got to be able to say, this is not my lane.
So true.
Let me hire somebody
Exactly.
who know this stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What, you want to tackle that one? Because I know you're good at managing. I mean, the PR coach, I had to stalk her new brand.
What?
So, hello. No one told me nothing.
No, I feel like in order to get a brand for people to see it and buy, you have to, of course, have strategy behind it. And not just strategy. So many people get to that one point where they have an amazing strategy, but it's the execution of that strategy.
Execution is
yes,
everything.
Execution of the strategy. And it has to be a timely execution, too. I have so many clients that we get the strategy, they get the plan, and you rush through it. You don't give it time to really birth. You don't give it time to actually push out its greatness. So you want to make sure you not only have strategy, but you have time, and then you're executing it perfect.
And can I piggyback on execution? Yeah. Well, first of all, I love the fact that you guys gave me a hand gesture. Julie O'Griffer.
Yes.
Like, just
bring it. Give it all to us. Yes.
I'm going to use this from now on.
Use it.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
You got to give it up. Yeah. So anyway, see how it gets in here. So just to piggyback, I love what she said. The execution, I think clients get bogged down when they get the strategy. And I'm even going to go a step further and say, be realistic about the results and the deliverables.
That's key.
That's
oh my
good.
God.
That
That is key.
is really good.
Yes,
Yeah.
the expectations, the results, and deliverables, because they look at us like, you need to walk on water like Kanye. And I'm like, I wasn't part of the Jesus video.
Yes.
I mean, I cannot work a miracle. I mean, we do what we can. We do what we can. But outside of that, to your point, strategy, execution, project management, listening to the PR person, letting our expertise lead and guide you. You know, don't get antsy so much about the results. Well, nothing's happening. I'm not seeing anything. This thing takes time. They may pitch you, for a cover of an editorial, but they say, okay, we like what you're doing. This will be great for our beauty haul in October.
Right.
Dude, it's March.
Yeah.
Well, are you guys working? Yes, we're working.
Still working.
We're still working.
Yeah.
We're working all the way through, but you have to let us guide you. You had to let us manage your expectations for the results and the deliverables. Let us deliver.
People think they know everything.
Right.
And you said something when we were chit-chatting before we even got going, that oftentimes you have to go back and correct people's work that they done. Like the stuff they think when they think they know what they're doing, because they brand strategists and they really not. They just Instagram. I just clicked on and tried to post a picture with no content and think that content go do something. I just read myself.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I just really read myself, because that's what I do. I do that. And I go back and delete the photo.
And then you're like, okay, wait a minute. What happened?
Yes.
So you deal with a lot of people who think they know it and don't, and you got to spend more time trying to fix what they messed up.
Talking them off the ledge and bringing them back to reality. Half the time we are crisis communication advisors as much as creative PR strategists.
Wow.
It's like we're either fixing a problem and going back and reversing course, or, we're trying to talk someone off the ledge. Like, I think we could do something else.
Yes.
So it's crazy. So that's what we do
That's
a
so
lot.
funny.
What do you think?
I definitely agree. It's so funny. We're laughing because I've had clients who feel like she just turns down everything that I say I want to do. She's like, no. And it's like, I'm not trying to be mean and say no. I'm saying, let's go back to the drawing board and find something that actually makes money or something that actually makes sense. So often clients feel like they have this grand scheme of ideas, but if it's not making money, you eventually can't pay me.
Exactly.
And we're both going to be out of it. So
Yes.
let's come up with a concept that actually makes money here.
Right. Before we even get started, let's make sure you can pay me first.
Right.
Pay me first. I'm talking to my live crowd now.
Run me that first.
Run me
That's how we keep that going.
Yes,
Exactly.
because nothing moves without the coin.
It
Get
doesn't.
that together.
And I think people be so much watching everybody else and trying to do their own research, and you don't know how to apply that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can spend all that time researching, trying to figure out how to apply it to you. But that's the reason why you have people and teams like PR teams, because just in the little time that I did PR, I realized how fundamental it is to understand how to treat each client. Because clients are watching everybody else. You know, you guys are watching something different. Your eyesight and what you see is different.
Yeah.
Right.
You
And what
know?
works best for our client at that time is different. You know, I've had many of those 4 and 5 and 6 a.m. text messages and emails. So-and-so's in the Chronicle, or so-and-so just got on Bossy, or why aren't we doing this, or why aren't we doing that? It's like, first of all, your product or your brand, that's not even the same industry.
Not even the same
Exactly.
industry.
You know,
Exactly.
second of all, they either have spent the money for a celebrity, they spent, a large amount amount of money that we probably advise you to spend in the first place. They're taking steps and doing things that you don't want to do.
Wow.
You want to cut corners.
Is different.
Yeah, their investment is they're engaged, they're invested, and they're letting
true.
their PR person lead. You're not engaged, you're not invested, and you're disturbing my time at 6 o'clock in the morning.
At 6 a.m.
And we're done.
Yeah. And that's like the creative energy
agree.
that you really can't get back once you kind of put it out there. Now, I do want to say this because just with me, I told y'all being like just upfront and honest about where I am with my whole PR. I need a PR team. I'm going to have to hire somebody because investing in your brand is worth everything.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have time to waste. You know, and sometimes when you go about doing it the wrong way, you've already left impressions on people. You know, and people are fickle. Like they funny like that.
Yes,
They'll
they are.
disengage immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you influence on social media when you have lost it? Like, can you get that back?
Well, I always say, like with us, just like with social media, you're only as good as your last project.
Yeah.
You're only as good as your last post.
Wow.
So, and that post could be on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Tumblr, so many, you know, LinkedIn, of course, my favorite.
Yeah.
You got to school me on that.
Yeah, so it's like that's the only thing you're good at. So if you put something out there that someone is like, they take a screenshot and they're like, wow, you know, Griffith Goods, you know, like something that was like either anti-Semitic or anti-LGBT or something racist or, you know, so on and so forth. Now that's attached to your brand.
Wow.
Forever, like Cardi said, forever.
So you watching what you like, you know.
Yes.
And people are actually spending time looking to see what you're liking.
Yeah.
Like, and I ask myself, why people that petty? But then they want to know what you're doing.
Well,
especially if they're scouting you or they want to work with you. They want to know what you like, who you are. So are they defining you by those little tidbits on social media?
There was a beauty brand that is not technically one of my clients, but I did send her a DM when I saw her commenting from her beauty brand page on a lot of very popular gossip sites. And since we're not getting paid for them, I won't say who they are.
Yeah.
But we know who pretty much the top 10 are on Instagram.
Right.
And she was commenting from her page. So it was showing up as kind of like this is her brand stance on things. And it was very gossipy. It was very, you know, all over the place, but not something that should even be in your workday. As an entrepreneur, how do you even have the time to do
be
that
doing
stuff?
that. Yeah.
So what do you...
That's a good point.
Yeah.
To answer the question, I feel like I've had to start over multiple times because when I first got into PR, had no idea what I was doing, but I was a publicist, right? I was just doing stuff, but it was
See,
like
don't say that because I'm going to throw this water on you. Like, I went to school for this.
yes, but that's the difference. I
You got an MBA?
MBA,
honey.
That's
How
the
dare
difference. But God put me in a place where He was like, "This is what you're doing." I did not go to school for this at all. So a lot of it.
How dare you?
A lot of it. I know. A lot of it is God driven. It's purpose, and it's where He positioned me. And so I had to learn. I had to learn fast. Right?
School of hard PR knocks.
Yeah.
And that is a hard school to learn. Ooh,
So I
yes,
had
girl.
to rebrand. I had to start over. I had to clean up some mistakes. And luckily, like you said, you're only as good as your last post. So I realized whenever I do make noise, I better make the right noise
right
and make
noise.
it loud.
Oh, wow.
And I better grab their attention while I can. So I grabbed the attention. I cleaned it up. And I'm like, okay, we're just going to keep it afloat from here because I used to be everywhere with it. But to answer your question, yes, I think you can definitely, if you have misengaged with your audience, I think there's always a chance for you to re-engage with them. So yeah.
Well, there's hope for a lot of people. Okay, I want to ask you this question.
It's shady over here, the Bossy Woman's Guy.
What?
Yes, we like a little shade with our PR.
I know, but let me ask you this question because I'm always curious to kind of understand the whole process from beginning to end. Like when a client comes in and say, hey, you know, for example, I have this product, I need to get out. What's the ideally, how much time frame do you ask them to give you on their project? Because I think people have unrealistic, just based on what y'all saying, they feel like everything's supposed to happen right overnight.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't have a good idea of what's realistic and what's in their dream world. But from starting with someone on a project, because the whole thing is to brand them and show their greatness, show how amazing they are. How much time should they be able to, you know, dedicate to giving you to make their brand get there?
Well, to me, I hate to say the D word, but it depends. Like when, to Dave's point, when I first started years and years ago before Fire and the Wheel, back in the day, before all this social media and all this good stuff. When I
Stuff is so different, huh?
when I was at the dining room table with a Yahoo account, J Griffith PR, Yahoo.com with a Vistaprint.
A Vistaprint.
Y'all. Remember the marble Vistaprint? I had the marble Vistaprint business card.
Yes.
So I will honestly say, today's point, I was taking everything, and I'd be like, you know what? I can, you know, I'm so sorry about
No,
that.
you're fine.
You know what? I can make this into, you know, PR. We can do something with this. It didn't matter what it was, a crawling turtle, a backwards sweater.
Girl,
you know,
y'all
I was gonna
learned
take
it.
that client and I was gonna get it get it in an interview, get it in the Chronicle, get a soundbite, get a press release going, get a media kit going. We're gonna get on a red carpet somewhere. Someone's gonna wear this backward turtle sweater.
I can't.
Because when you need a coin, you will wear a backward turtle
Yes.
sweater. That's when you know you need a coin.
And you gotta believe in your client.
You gotta
product
believe
like
in that
they
sweater
believe.
like it's the last sweater
Yes.
on
The
earth.
last sweater
We're gonna
everybody
wear
needs
it.
on.
We're gonna wear it in Houston. I don't care if it's 106. Wear the damn sweater.
You know, stay hot in Houston. So.
But what I do now is so funny. In my workshop, I even teach this. It's a slide that I teach called "Is it PRable?" So I'm from London.
That's good.
So you know I have an accent. So where
I
I'm
love
from,
that.
it's is it PR-able?
Okay.
But over in America, it's is it PRable? So when you look at something now, before you even take it on and start talking about retainer payments and project, you have to look at it as the experts, which we are, and say, okay, can I really do something with this? Is their logo up to speed? Do they have a mission statement? Do they have a vision? Are they saying
checklist.
things? Yeah, it's like the checklist.
Yeah.
Are they too broad right now where they're like, well, everyone's my client? No, not everyone is your customer. You need to narrow your focus so you understand what you're doing so I can put PR to this. You know, I can't send this to Houston Business Journal or the Chronicle or a national USA Today. There's no hits or bites coming off this.
Yeah.
You know, you're not ready yet. And so there are a lot of clients that come to me that they have magnificent sales, their Instagram, their social media is popping. They understand their brand, they understand their industry, they understand their language.
That's key.
Yes.
Understand their brand.
They understand their brand,
Yeah.
they understand their industry, and they understand their language. So I'm coming in as that third party arm. You know, a lot of small businesses, they don't have a communications department. So I'm coming in with the communications, with the brand, the marketing, the PR, the social media. Like, hey, you're where we need to be. Now, back in the day, if it was a turtle sweater, I would have been like, well, I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Then I'd be scrambling. But now, luckily, you know, after like 50,400 hours of like literal work.
Wow.
Girl, I
That
just
is- Lord
I
bless
just be
you.
just
Oh
throwing
my
numbers
God.
out
Yes.
now.
How
Now,
you
I can turn. I can.
operating as bossy as you are.
I can turn down business now
Yeah.
because I can honestly say to someone, you know what? You're not quite ready yet. I would be doing you a disservice. There's nothing here we can do with PR. There's a couple of things with your brand that you need to fix first.
Yeah.
And then when you do that, let's come back to me. And I'll even refer it out to a PR person that's more junior than us. And they don't have to be in Houston. They're all over the country, but they're hungry for work. I can be like, hey, I'm sending you someone. You're going to have to grind a little bit.
Yeah.
This is where they are. But, you know, do something with them and then call me for questions.
Yeah.
Julie is offering. I always get your email. I'm like, Julie be on them emails.
Yes,
but,
I get her
mean,
emails too.
I be
Email
like,
campaigns.
get it, Julie.
Even
Like,
today,
get
she
it.
sent one about today. About what she's doing
Let
right
me tell
now.
you something. I got 2 words for y'all. MailChimp.
Yes.
MailChimp will get
Oh
you
my
gathered,
gosh.
situated. It will get your whole schedule and
Oh
life
my
together.
goodness.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I do on Sundays.
I love
schedule.
that you do that
Oh,
because
I like
I
that.
get these emails from you. But one thing I see that you offer, and I think it's like just pivotal in anybody, you offer a consultation and a coffee.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I love that.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Consult and a coffee was my way. And let me tell you how that came about. And God bless you for bringing that up.
Hey, yes,
Because
girlfriend.
people
I love
have
that. I
sat in the
love that.
consult
I
and
love that.
They have said to me, you know, you
I
should,
love it.
Because when we start, you know, I love to have a key as much
Yes.
as you and I have.
Girl.
And people that know me know it can start one way that it can just like, what? No,
Turn
we-
your whole head around.
how did we get here? Let me just write down everything I'm saying. Coffee and a consult came, and they can testify to this from, you know, I charge quite a bit
Yes.
now. Of
Yes.
course, that's because I've been in the
You've
game.
been in it.
I can
Yeah.
take this one. I can take it or leave it. Thank God I'm in that position. But coffee and a consult came from me. I have a need to really help women, Black women, entrepreneurs, specifically minority entrepreneurs. So people would come to me and say, hey, I want to pick your brain, or, I just need to talk, so on and so forth. Now, they weren't ready to pay a retainer or a project fee, but, they needed just a little bit of guidance and so on and so forth. Like, I just want to talk through some brand issues, or my social media is trash, or how are these marketing materials, or I'm working with a graphic designer and I'm not quite happy. So Coffee and the Consult was literally, instead of people calling me, try to do lunches and pick my brain.
Pick your brain.
Yeah.
Don't y'all hate that?
You
I
cannot
just want
afford
your
it.
coffee. And
Right. It's like, listen, if I gave you my hourly rate, you'd be like,
the whole chair around and look at you back.
you know what? Why we even call her? So that's where Coffee and the Consult came from. Like, literally, I give you 30 minutes of my time for $75 whole dollars, about one night out.
That's amazing, though.
I got to send you the link to my
That's
social
amazing, though.
Literally, for 3 cocktails or a good bottle of wine and an appetizer.
I need
you
that.
leveraging her genius.
Yes, leverage
for
your
$75.
Say it
Like,
again. How
that
much
don't
was
get
it?
no better.
Do the hand gesture.
$75.
Wait, I have a story.
$75.
I have a
Dang it.
story. I remember I
Yes.
reached out to Julie. But
I still have that.
Rate.
I still
I
have
need
that
that rate. Because
You
I was
need
like,
that rate?
Julie,
See,
yes, because
no,
the rate was
because
different.
I know you,
The
Dave.
rate was
You paid the
different. It
full
was
rate.
like $1,500. I was like,
And
Julie.
see, people like Day, I'm telling you, this was my inspiration. Like, because I'm not in that hunt mode now,
Yeah.
because I'm not like every client counts, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do it for free, but I could literally chat with like 3 or 4 or 5 people. I get this every day. I get emails. I just need someone to talk to, or I just want to take you to lunch. First of all, I work during lunch. You can't afford my lunch.
Don't even do that.
Right. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself.
So if y'all listening, don't even try her with that.
And you heard it on the Bossy
Don't
Woman's
try it.
Guide.
Do not
What
try
did
it.
Julie O. Griffith
It's
say?
not-
What did I say? Don't do it to
that.
yourself.
Don't do it to yourself. Lesson number 1: do not do it to yourself.
Because things you won't do, me. That's what
Hey.
I'm not going to do. Things you won't do, to yourself.
But you know what? That's when you know what you got
Yep.
and how great it is. You teach people how to treat you.
Yeah.
And your business.
Exactly.
You
So it
know?
literally was a need. Like, I was like, listen, I speak on panels. I do this. I give back all the time. Business owners, no one really wants anything for free. But today's point, my $1,500 price point, people can't afford that. I don't want anyone walking through life, especially in this day and age anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I just need a little bit of help, because that's what stops people from leaving their jobs. That's what
Right.
stops
Yes.
them
That's
from
very true.
setting up their Squarespace website. That's what stops them from taking the next step. And if all you need is a little bit of my time, for $75, give me a call.
Yeah.
That's a
schedule.
start.
That's a-
It's
that's a
investment
start.
into
Deal.
it.
Then
That's
I'll
a
give
start.
you everything. You can, and like you said, it's literally ask me anything. I'll give you everything you need, send you on your merry way. So when
Wow.
you scale up, and then you call me 6 months later, like, listen, I have a budget now. I
Yeah.
did what you said. I'm a much better place. Then we could
I
talk real
love
numbers.
Because it's so
that.
worth it. Like, whatever you have is so worth investing into.
Yeah.
Your PR, come on, PR coach.
Yes,
Wow.
come on, PR
You
coach.
switched
Wow.
over, so you got to talk to me
Yes,
about it
I did
because
switch
I'm
over.
like, what's going on?
People's budgets. No, I'm
People's
joking.
So what's the
Always
shift?
the budget.
What's the shift with it?
The shift with it was I'm a one-person person. I don't have a team as of yet, so I've only taken on as many big clients as I can.
And I'm not going to interrupt you, but I want you to remind you to ask us a question about all this team stuff, because
Yes.
this team stuff has people all just, girl, don't.
Do you have a team?
Girl, I have a team, and this is after 10 years, and my team is a virtual team. We all come together like sharks on a project, and we work, then we all go our merry way. But all
Yeah.
these people talk about, my assistant and my team and stuff. First of all, you barely have a business.
Barely got a business.
Barely
going.
have a business.
And that's some tea. Y'all barely got
Barely.
one.
I'm gonna give you the
going.
tea. You
Yeah,
barely
that's
have a
true.
business. So all these are
Call my
say it again.
assistant.
Barely. 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 have it. And
Their
you
priorities
walk
is
around with
wrong.
entourages. Someone's holding your phone. If anyone ever held my phone or my purse, I'd be like, first of all, get off me.
Yeah.
That's
They're
the
not
first
realistic.
thing. See, what you're not going to do is carry. And I have a team.
Yes.
A team of what?
I
Make
do- I
a
feel
minimum
like
wage.
what? Yeah.
Do it yourself. This is DIY. This is small business. When we
Yes.
say small, was small as in 1 or 2. So all this stuff nowadays, just like she mentioned about, it's all these Instagram entrepreneurs. So I'm a CEO on $1 million. I have a team. A team of who?
I don't know,
Who
but I
for
need
what?
their teammates
For what?
because everybody got a team but me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
No. And what's the definition of a team? I mean, if they're not making like, 25, 30 an hour, which is traditional, for a junior PR account executive,
Right.
then what are you paying them? Do they have full health insurance? Are they full employee?
Yeah.
Are they W-2, 1099? What is all this team stuff? It doesn't make you bigger or
Bigger and
better.
Yeah.
It doesn't make, anyone want to hire you. Well, they have a team, so I hire her PR firm instead of his. Because I
You
saw
know
some
what?
people
I've
walking
had
around
people-
with them.
I've had people kind of try and downplay that I am a one-woman show. And
Girl, if you
so-and-so
don't get
has
the
a
hell
team,
on.
and
Say- hold
so-and-so.
up. Say that again.
I've had people do
all,
that.
all you do?
Yeah.
All the work
By
that you
myself.
do, Dave.
And they feel like, well, so-and-so has a team. So I guess they feel they're more efficient with that team.
I'm not gonna spill. Listen, I'm not gonna spill the tea. We'll talk. Anyway, continue. I just realized we are literally live at well, Julie was on the Bossy Women's Guy. They were in there letting the people have
Not
it.
at all. But I mean, seriously, like I feel like people always want to kind of pussyfoot around stuff versus just saying what it really is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's a
this is how
grind.
it got started for you, with you having to kind of readjust some things.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
dang.
Let's talk about it.
Yes.
What was the question? Sorry. I'm still
We're
stuck
talking
on
about the
team.
new business, the new
Oh,
brand.
Coaching. Why I got
Yes.
into coaching was basically because it's just me, and I feel like a lot of people, they have big dreams, small budgets, and I
Bigger
still
than-
want to be
bigger
able
than
to
themselves.
teach you what I know. So what I do offer now is weekly coaching sessions. So you'll tell me your goal, your PR goals, or your marketing goals, and okay, we'll go through that, we'll analyze it, and I'll tell you possibly some leads or what you need to do or how your press release should be crafted and where you need to start pitching yourself. 9 times out of 10, it's really successful. Then you have the business owners who are just too busy to even do that. And then that's where the consultancy, my PR firm, comes in.
Comes in
And then,
takes over.
yes, but that's for the bigger budgets. And I realize not everybody has that budget, and I'm really passionate about small business owners. So the PR coaching is more so of a do-it-yourself PR.
Yeah.
Let me teach you how to construct some of your PR campaign, how to pitch it, your strategy. Let's go through that together. Let me walk your hand through that. So yeah.
I love it.
That's how we came up with the PR
Because,
coach.
anybody who has a business is trying to grow somewhere needs it. And you got to have like different levels of it.
Yeah.
Right, but the thing is, as a one-person show, and I love what you said about different levels, people expect you to like be a little too McDonald's sometimes. Like they want the complete value menu, and then maybe like the middle menu, like the McDouble. And don't ask me why I know about McDonald's, because I'm a super healthy eater. She's over here cackling. Like, how does she know the menu?
I eat healthy too, and I've been a couple fries. And
Listen,
McDonald's
an
and drive-thru,
entrepreneur,
and I'm hungry on the go.
listen. You got to look at 90
All
days
of
out.
that.
You're like, okay, this is going to be McDonald's this
Yeah,
time.
you got a budget. You
Not
got a
Whole
budget.
Foods, whole paycheck. But anyway, so sometimes people want you to cut yourself so thin to the point where you're working, and you're helping, you're
Yeah.
giving back. But it's too much of a budget, hence why my consultation, $75, 30 minutes.
I
Yeah.
love that.
And that's
That's
it.
just-
Absolutely
that's
love
If you
that.
want to do
priceless.
another 30 minutes, okay, $150. And that's
Yeah.
closer to what my hourly rate is. But
Yeah.
to her point, you have to diversify when you're a small business, especially a PR strategist. To your point, you have to have the $1 million whales. Those are your big clients. Then you have your middle clients, a couple of those. And then you have your smaller clients that
Yeah.
you can kind of like charge a lower budget, but then you find, to be honest with you, that 80% is most of the headache. I
Yeah.
can honestly tell you that.
Wow.
They are a headache
So-
if they try to come with you with the headache budget, I've learned. But if you walk them through it, I'm now giving you 80% of the work.
Exactly.
And it's no more me calling me at 3
Yeah.
a.m. to do X, Y, and Z. No, this
You're
is what you
telling
need
them
to
what they
do.
need to do.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
doing their
And if you feel as
homework.
though you can't do it, then let's get this budget up higher.
Yeah.
And
That
9
goes
times out
back
of
to what
10.
you say about I think we talked about this off about execution.
Yeah.
Execution is everything, and if you're not executing anything, then why you even starting something?
Exactly.
Exactly. And having clients that are flexible and take advice like hers, and they're like, okay, this is DIY. I can implement it for now. And then as I start to scale
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
and then we can go a little bit further.
Yeah.
That's why I've seen clients from my coffee and a consult as short as 3 weeks later, or as,
Wow.
long as
Yeah.
3 or 4 months later, where they thought they couldn't do something. They put just a couple of things in place that I've given them, just made a couple of adjustments, either prayed on it or, I don't know, robbed a bank,
Yeah.
and they're like, I got the money. whatever they have to do when they
Came
leave
with that
me.
money, though.
Yeah, they were like, listen, I listen, I'm gonna invest, and then they come back and now they've scaled up. Now they're ready to engage and invest where I need them to be. So you know, it's all about how you have your business model. And since I really enjoy working with entrepreneurs, so you know, I started as pure traditional PR. She knows it's press releases and that's it.
Yeah.
Press releases and everything else. And so now it's like digital and social media consulting, brand consulting, which I love, business strategy, which is what I really love. And then you know, the PR. Once all those three components are done, that's when you start talking about the PR, because a lot of people like to put the cart before the horse.
Yes, and think they can just skip all the way over there. And go
skip
there.
over it. No, if you're looking at your business as a square, and this is like, I'm not gonna invoice you guys for this. This is free knowledge. So if you look at your business as a square and you're in the center, and think of the 4 quads. So the 4 quads are marketing, brand, PR, digital, social media. So when those quads aren't, you know, working together, then you know they all have to work together at the same time. You're just in the middle, just turning around and spinning. Like, you know, spinning, you're doing one thing, you're doing this, you're hype, you're here, you're there, but it's all not working together. So all of those quadrants have to work at the same time.
Wow.
And it can't be one is further than the other. It can't be one horse in front of the other.
Got to be harmony all the way around.
Yes, like the reindeer, right?
Yeah, so they're creating just brand
reindeer.
harmony all the way around.
Yeah.
What keeps you so passionate doing what you do? Like, I'm just curious, like, the time you've been in this industry and everything you've grown to, you know, it's purpose, it's a love for it. But Julie, what keeps you going? What keeps you so on fire? Like, I follow her on social media, so her, how you see her right now, how she is on social media is how she is in real life. The energy she brings. What keeps you like that? Like, I want to bottle you up and take you with me. Like, you got some serious fire in you. What started this fire in you?
What keeps me like this? I can honestly say, since this girl's like fear of failure.
Fear of failure.
I have a fear.
Wow, that is good. Oh my good, that's some good stuff.
good.
People will
That's
not
good.
talk. I have a fear, like an abject fear of failure. I think because I'm an immigrant and because I'm West Indian, there's a lot, you know. It's a fear of not being successful, and everyone has their own idea of what success is, whether it's been able to travel, whether it's been able to run their own business, generate income from anywhere in the world, write a book. My thing is honestly at this point a fear of failure. You know, I have just a little bit of background, a Bachelor of Science in PR from Florida A&M. I'm a Rattler. I'm an MBA. You know, come on, HBCU, MBA in marketing from Rice. Yeah, so when people come up to me, oh, you went to U of H? Rice. Rice. Get it right, okay? Oh, like it's hard? Oh, like it's hard? You know, I like to tell them people, like, it's not a big deal. I have an MBA from Rice. Anyone, trust me, anyone can do it. It's not a big deal. Okay?
Get you some credentials.
It's a credential. I mean, trust me, I play the Rice card, but it's not a big deal. Not in this, it's part of the game. But I honestly think, you know, the fear of failure is one thing. Second, I really, really like what I do. I don't know why I went into PR and brand and marketing. Some people are just born for what they do. I absolutely love it. I really love what I do. I love the creative process mixed with the business journey. I've worked for numerous multinationals, Shell, BP, American Express, so on and so forth. And, you know, sometimes as a creative, as you know, you can kind of go off the rails into too much creative. But the business side and marketing and how we make things go and how we affect the bottom line, for me, that keeps me going. And then also, I will honestly tell you, and oh God, this is definitely girl time. This is, remember we had champagne and melanin?
Yes. I
we got into this. Yeah, we're going to get into champagne and melanin. What really keeps me going is the opportunity. Like, you'll only have one time to be an entrepreneur, just like you'll only have one time to have all those beautiful children that you have. And kudos, because, girl, hello. Y'all, for the gods, you got to see when we take pictures. How? Why? Come on, Jesus. Anyway, the opportunity to be an entrepreneur really only comes once in a lifetime. I honestly have always thought that there's no good time to have a baby. There's no good time to be an entrepreneur. And for me, being able to sit in a random coffee shop anywhere in the world and hear my Stripe go off, you know, and know that, you know, I can sit anywhere with Wi-Fi. And my largest healthcare client, you know, that's based in Boston, Minneapolis, and DC, you know, I'm working for them on a daily basis, and I'm continually working. Being able to, if my mom calls and it's like, hey, there's no time off, there's no asking anyone anything, I'm looking on Southwest and United as she's talking to me, like, okay, I'm on the way. like I'm catching a cab.
That's the beautiful part about it.
Yeah, that level of freedom, once you get to, manage your financial picture, know that every day that you wake up, you are in charge of where your income comes, where you sit and generate your income, how your life is going to be for the next 30, 60, 90 days. For me, that is huge. And especially someone that stayed in corporate for a long time. Because I encourage women to stay as long as possible in corporate, get everything you need, then become an entrepreneur. Just being able to generate income from anywhere and, run my business, other people's business, and multiple platforms. At where I am, it's the freedom of that. I don't think I could ever give that up. It's like, it's hard once you taste it. Like I have a client right now that's super corporate, and I have to wear a badge to get into the building, and it's like it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like it all comes running back to me. Having to punch the clock and be here and be the people watching you, and can you leave at 5? You need permission to take a vacation. If I want to.
That's profound. Everything you're saying. Just in the mindset of why, your motivation. Like I think our why we do something is so important.
So
your why is what pushes you to keep doing what you're doing.
So my three, so I don't want to take up the whole time, but the first one is huge. I know a lot of people won't say it, fear of failure. The second one for me, I really, really love what I do. Like I really love brand and creative. And the third one is really freedom. The freedom to,
you were talking about before we started, that freedom.
It really is. So those are if you want to know, like, what is my why do I get up with the energy? Of course, I don't get up like this. There with the scarf. I'm like, oh, where's my tea? Oh, God, CNN. But in an hour after yoga and meditation, and then you pray, and you're like, thank God I get to do all of this again, and then I'm ready. As you very well know. Yes.
Yes.
So that's my answer.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love all of those.
So many hats that you are wearing. If you can add one more hat, you will, honey.
I will.
But one of the things I love about you is just like, you see your heart come out in it, and the stuff you do with the pageants, Oh my gosh.
My baby.
I love that, what
My
you do with
baby.
the pageants.
Yeah.
And that's it. How do you align all of that with your purpose, your passion, and then also running a business? Like, because, if all that don't work like flow, like purpose don't sometimes make that money, but, but how do you make all of that come together that keep you want to say every day, what can I do to be better in this? What can I do not to get so overwhelmed by all this I want to do and give to the world?
Yeah, I think it's just the whole creating process. I love to create. Like that's what drives me is creating. And if I can't keep creating, I'm gonna help someone else create. And I love the quote, if you can help someone get what they need, you will have everything you will ever need. So I'm passionate about helping people.
I love that.
And if I am born to create and I see that someone's lacking that creation or lacking that strategy, I'm here for that. Like, let me step in and let me help you. The creation process is just something that it gives me adrenaline. Like, I love it like none other. So I think that's really what pushes me and motivates me is to definitely create. And I don't know, I just don't ever see myself not creating.
Yeah.
I
want y'all to share with, because right now we're talking about branding your greatness, and you ladies are greatness in what you do.
Thank you.
You've already branded it. You're still branding it.
I love it.
And
I'm gonna. This is gonna be so in a meeting all self-consciously. I'm not gonna be like Miss Griffith. Yes. I like what I just said. You gotta pat yourself on the back.
Oh my gosh, because it's just so much I've said has spoke to me. Like I got chills just hearing it because. I'm listening to you, and you're just talking about, the fear of not, you don't want to fail.
Oh, God.
That gets you going. You ladies are leaving your legacy, your impact with everything you're doing. You're leaving marks of yourself when you're, in a coffee shop and you're hearing, one of your clients. That's all your legacy y'all spreading out. What is something that you guys, if you had just one day to just do nothing, no work, like, I'm always curious, what are you doing? How? Because y'all work so hard.
What is no work?
When
What is
you're in PR, you don't stop.
You kind of start
like, you always got clients on you.
It's just something you do.
I don't know how to
like,
not
do y'all
work.
know
That's
how to
my
turn it
problem.
off? Do you know how to? It takes special.
Like I said, I like creating though.
In PR, like you. I mean, if you ladies didn't love it the way you love it, you wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to love the excitement because I got into it and I didn't like it.
No.
I don't like being always on. So this ain't for me. I realized early, because I remember having a conversation with you, I realized it wasn't for me. Even though I had a talent, it wasn't for that. I had to figure out how to use it another way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you always on. You always going. What do you do when you just, do you ever have an off day when you say, you know what, let me just, can you take off?
Let me tell you something. That's a really good. No, this is good. This is the girls, the ladies talking. So I will definitely tell you, this year and last year, I slowed down completely. And I know when you and I met, even when we took that picture last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah, I self-care as an entrepreneur is super important. That's something for me. When you're in those building and growth years, you're going. You're looking for clients, and you're doing the whole bragging about staying up till 1 or 2, which you saw my meme the other day. Like I need 9 o'clock.
Yes.
I want 9 o'clock, 11 by the latest. I'm listening.
I like your late
hair
night
wrapped.
I love your late night thoughts and stuff like that you be doing.
Put the scarf. Oh,
I cannot.
girl, listen, look.
That's what it be.
It
Seriously.
be real hard, like the crease like right here. Like this hard. Like don't call, don't text, or
Don't do any of that.
I look at the phone with no, I'm not here. But for a long time, it was like I would get this pride out of, I'm up till 2. What are you guys doing? Who's up?
The who up? The who up gang. The who
Yeah,
up?
the who
Who up?
Facebook.
Who up?
Who up?
Who up?
Who got a thought? Who got a thought? Stop, you don't lay your ass down somewhere.
Shut it
you
down.
don't, so listen,
Shut
look.
it down.
Okay.
Oh,
Real
that's
hard.
Go to bed.
But I used to be like, and then I would find that those days would run into later mornings.
Yes.
My morning work. That's why I don't
And
do
your day is
morning
completely
workouts
off.
anymore.
Yeah.
My days off. I'm groggy. All of that. Going hard for my clients and not taking care of myself. So to be honest with you, 2017 and 2018 have really been for me the year of no. Everyone knows. Nope.
Year of no. Wow.
No. Nope. Shan't.
That's
Can't.
powerful.
Won't. Ain't.
Shant,
Honey.
honey.
Won't.
Shant.
I'm getting a t-shirt.
That's how I'm going to say that from now on. Sean.
You know I'm British, so the words still come out.
I shan't not do
Nope,
any of that.
Nope, no, ain't, won't, shan't, can't,
Shant.
Listen,
No.
are we gonna get the t-shirts?
Yes.
Nope,
No,
no,
can't,
ain't,
shan't,
not today.
Not today.
Nah.
Shant.
Shan't. I shan't.
Shant.
I
Well, we just
shan't.
want you to come to this networking event. I
shan't.
shan't.
Listen. That is my new.
Yes.
That's my new.
I
shan't.
shan't.
I shan't.
I
I
shan't.
shan't.
I reject
That's my
your-
way. That's my power. I'm gonna use to say no.
Yes,
I
I
shan't.
shan't.
No.
And I reject your invite.
I reject.
I reject you and your whole empowerment conference. I reject you. The E word. The E word.
She shants on empowerment.
Yes. I shant your empowerment. How dare you?
I love it.
You cannot empower or
We
expose
gotta
me.
own our power.
Listen, you
Oh
cannot
my
empower
God.
or
Oh my
expose
goodness.
me.
I
So-
want this t-shirt like
Yeah,
immediately.
No, it's coming.
I
You'll
want
wear
it.
We're gonna
it.
get baby teeth so
Yes.
the boobs look really big.
Yes.
So yeah, girl. Yes, I shant.
I
Won't
shant.
ain't no
I'm serious. Make that shirt. I want it.
I want it.
Yes.
Because
I
I feel
want
like
it.
sometimes people are afraid to say no to stuff, and they want to say yes to everything.
So when someone asks you to do something, you can just be like,
just
I shant.
I shot.
I'm not wearing this for my health.
Not.
Really. Listen.
I need that
look.
shirt.
I
I
need
need that.
it.
I'm learning
Like,
to say no.
that's
I need
power.
that.
Like even
It's power in your voice when you know what you can and can't
Yeah.
do.
Power. Day and I get invited to stuff. How many invites?
I know y'all
per
be
week
getting
women-
them
And I
invites.
know you get them too.
Not as
But
much as y'all
that's,
ladies do.
and that's part of what you have to do as an entrepreneur. First of all, I'm not telling anyone to sit at home. Don't sit at home. Okay. A lot of times I'm out, drinking, networking.
You
so on and so
value
forth.
your time.
I do
Ooh,
because
value
I've gotten
your
to a
time.
certain level now where I used to be, 5 days a week, networking events in the
Yeah.
streets, handing out the
Ooh.
business card. You got to be out there. So trust me, your clients and your projects, they're not in your couch. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, you got to be at the house.
Yeah.
Now, after a couple of years, though, you got to start getting real picky with your time.
Mm,
Like,
yeah.
no, I'm not going to that. Or I
Yeah.
already know the type of people that are going to go there. Or
That's
Is this
strategy.
something that's going to get me, I'm putting on lashes, a heel, and a dress? Where's the coin coming out of this?
Oh,
Is
wow.
there
Where that
one
coin
project-
coming?
Yeah, is there
Where
one
is the
project or one
coin?
business lead coming out of me leaving my
Wow.
house right now? So now
What's
I'm
coming out of me leaving my house right
Right
now
now.
is what you
Wow.
got to be thinking.
right, because this is
Wow.
an outfit, this is gas, this is
Woo.
getting on the freeway, this is time away from my clients,
Yeah.
time away from my laptop, time away from my social media. What's my ROI in leaving the house right now?
Wow.
So to your point, it all circles back to 2017 and 2018. I did a massive slowdown to the point where I'm not going to certain events. I'm not going. I love you, Chica.
Yeah.
I love you, so. I'm not coming. I'm on the couch. Listen, I'm on the couch.
Then turn
Netflix.
it down. Pull that cover.
What they doing on
Somebody
hoop?
check.
Listen, just right on just hard, just right here on the
I shan't.
like crease. You get that crease. That's how hard I'm pulling it down. Like I will not put on a heel. I will not put on a lash. I will stay home.
Wow.
I will not. I will cook.
That's
I will
powerful.
take care of myself. So
Yeah.
it's a double-edged sword. As a hungry entrepreneur, you got to be out there. You got to do your thing.
Yeah.
But as a true entrepreneur, all that staying up, burning the midnight oil and the coffee and the adrenaline,
Yeah.
you got to cut that out if you're
Yeah.
going to be successful.
That's how you harness that power.
Yeah.
You harnessed it.
Yeah.
You do.
Like that's how you do it.
the power of
agree.
no. It's a beautiful thing. I'm telling
It
you.
is.
It is.
Telling
It
you.
really
You
is.
gotta
That
learn how to
scarf?
say I shan't. No,
I shan't.
I shan't.
I reject.
I reject your
I reject your
invitation.
exposure. I
Your
reject it.
exposure.
Yeah, I
And
put
you
in
don't
the work.
need it. It don't benefit her.
Yeah, and
It
even
don't
now,
benefit
even
you.
some of the newer entrepreneurs, that are everywhere all the time, I tell them, yes, go get it, go get the bag, go out. But when you look at your schedule Sunday to Sunday, start figuring out what really works for your brand.
Right.
Okay, if I go to this, is this a potential lead or a project, or is this just a kiki ha ha? And she knows I talk about this all
Yeah.
the time. What's a kiki and ha ha? I'm just out to be seen.
Having
So
fun,
you
yeah.
they need bodies there, they need photo ops. But for your business, when it's quiet, when you're in your rabbit footies at the house, and you're looking at your T-Mobile bill, and
Yeah.
you're looking at TXU, like, now I did all this networking, and
What did
I
it
could
get
not
you?
source one project or
Wow.
one coin from
Yeah.
7
Yeah.
events that I went to. I got a couple of people try to take me to lunch. Psh, that doesn't mean nothing. I
Right.
got other people try to invite me to another event or pick my brain. But what source of money has really come
Yeah.
from all
Has
this being
generated
out
it.
and about and
That's
running around?
wow.
I love
That's
that.
wow.
Yeah.
Time
Wow,
is
that's
very
powerful.
valuable.
You
Yeah.
ladies, this is the first time. This is my fourth show where we ran out of time, and I forgot about the time.
Oh,
But hey,
had a
listen,
good
before
time.
This
before
was
we end this, because I'm gonna go
fun.
over a little bit, and I'm
Getting
okay with
good.
it because
know.
I need y'all to get this before we end this real quick. I went to your event, and it was amazing. It's something that you really haven't seen.
Yes.
And I just
gotta
want you to
make
talk
one.
a little bit about it real quick. I know you got a minute,
Yeah. Timing.
30 seconds.
Be like, Julie, shut up.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
All right,
Julie.
go.
Talk about it.
Champagne and Melanin, the lifestyle platform for Black women entrepreneurs. It's my newest venture. We're going to
Yes.
talk about travel, work, men, relationships, how to make money in the coffee shop, how to leave your corporate job. Should you leave your corporate job, and what it really takes to become an entrepreneur. It's my new platform. I've been thinking about this for a while because when I started business, I didn't have a tribe like these ladies, and everyone needs a tribe. So
I
every
love it.
girl has champagne, and every girl has a little bit of melanin. So we're going to put those together,
Hey.
and we're going to talk about business.
Ooh.
Yes, yes,
I'm here
yes.
for it. I love
Day, you got 30 seconds, honey.
that. Ooh, 30 seconds.
Go.
I need you
Hurry
to
up.
close us out with
Let's
what
close
you
this
got
out.
going on. Make sure y'all please, because the fact that we are a podcast and people are listening, always watching, plug your social medias.
Yes.
Yes, you go
Um,
first.
Yeah.
My social media is Day the PR Coach, and what I have coming up is in July with Alexis, one of the producers from Great Day Houston.
Yeah, I love her.
There is a Ready Set Pitch event that we're
Wow.
creating.
I love
which is
that.
Going to be awesome for those looking to get into PR.
Because you pitch. You be pitching for your
Listen,
clients.
I'll
You pitch
pitch
to
and I'll
own.
keep pitching until we get a yes.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to
yes,
get somewhere
yes.
with this. Tell me where I need to go back and
Pitch to the
reformulate.
gods, honey.
Yeah.
Pitch to death.
Get it.
So yes, we have that coming out. So definitely follow the social media Day the PR Coach to get more information on that.
Yes, and you can follow me at Julie O. Griffith on Instagram, Julie O. Griffith on Twitter, Julie O. Griffith on LinkedIn, and Champagne and Melanin. Instagram at Champagne and Melanin. On Twitter, it's Sham, CAHAM, and Melanin. And of course, follow our group on Facebook, the private group where we keep conversations like this going. I have to add you to the
join that
list.
group.
But I'm telling
I
you,
need
the
to join
girls,
that
Need to
group.
join
yes,
that
the
group.
girls girls get in there. There's business going on. There's commerce. There's an exchange of
Yeah.
ideas.
I love that.
We talk about everything, especially where the money is for Black women entrepreneurs.
Where that
Champagne
money
and Melanin.
at? Where them
love
coins at?
that.
Yes, the coins.
I love
How
it.
does
Yes,
it go?
where them coins
Julie,
at? Where them
Griffith.
coins? Yes. Well, ladies,
Yes.
I'm telling you, we've shared the guide. Well, they shared the guide because I tell you, like I told you, I was a clean canvas. And it's so many powerful points I took away, and
Yeah.
I got goosebumps, and I can't wait to go back and break up this content and spit it
can't
out
wait.
into the world
It's gonna
because
be exciting.
this guide to branding your greatness, I'm telling you, this is where you start. You know, you don't always get this information. This is why I created this podcast, so we can get in front of women who are bossy in what they're doing, and they share their information with us. So thank you for joining us at the Bossy Women's Guide podcast.
Bossy
Yay!
Women's Guide. I can't wait for till we're invited back to
Yes,
part 2.
we gotta do a
'Cause we
part
need
two.
a part two.
Like
Good
I
energy.
can still keep going and throwing stuff out to y'all because it's more.
Yeah, we need to pay for more time next time. I'll
yes,
throw a couple
more.
of dollars in.
I absolutely.
We need to do a part 2. I love
Yes,
it. Yes,
yes,
it's awesome.
yes. And so we'll definitely got to bring y'all ladies back because
Yeah,
there's so
definitely.
much more. And I already got a good topic for the next one.
Ooh.
Well, thank you for having me, Julia
Yes,
Griffith, and thank you for having
you,
Champagne and
guys.
Melanin. We are
Love
so
you
happy,
guys.
and I love
Thank
you guys.
ladies. Love
Thank
y'all.
you, guys.
We're out, guys.
Bye.
Bye.